The past 2 weeks, we've been talking about the international flavor of the Warrior men's basketball team. Mohammed Ali Ben Ammar is a native of Tunis, Tunisia. He plays forward for head coach Mike Leaf. Leaf said they found him playing basketball in California and invited him to join them at Winona State.
We had lost, Skylar O'Laughlin, and that was a big loss for us. At the same time, we needed to bring in a big, and Zach Melvick came on board, and the two of us, we just kept searching and searching. And it wasn't so much, we knew Kyle was going to be a guy that was going to play a lot of minutes for us, but we had to have some sort of a backup, as well as, Mark Blacklock can play some good post defense for us, Nick Arns can as well, but you just need to solidify that spot. He was out in California, and basically, his team was all international students and that looked for that exposure. And he was looking to play some Division I basketball. And, that's how we first saw him play, and that's how we got the ball rolling. I thought to myself, that's the only place that he's visited since he's been in the U.S. He's heard about northern part of the states and Minnesota, etc. But I didn't think it was a possibility, and then as we got to know him and what a great young man it was, and what his goals were, what our goals were, and it just seemed to be a really, really great fit.
I got a phone call from Coach Leaf one day, and we talked for a little bit. He told me about the program, the history, the championships, 2006, 2008. I did some researches on myself by myself. I talked to my old coaches, and I decided that can be a good place for me.
What sports did Ben Ammar play while growing up in Tunisia?
I did a lot of sport when I was younger. I did soccer, boxing, tennis, a lot of stuff. And I don't know, one day I just woke up in the morning, I was like, all right, I want to do some basketball. So I went to this club, I asked what I can do to join them, and yep, it happened. Back home it's tough to study and play basketball at the same time. And here in the US, you have the chance to do both at a really good level. So it was the only thing that I can do to keep playing basketball and have a good education as well. So I talked to my parents, and we decided that I should move here, play some basketball. I spent 2 years, my freshman and sophomore years, in a junior college in California, and then I got recruited to come here. So here I am.
So far, good teammate, fun guy. First coming, I think the game was a little bit different from where he came from, but he's adapting well, and you can see his improvements for the first exhibition game to the game the other night, where how far he's come, and I think he's got a lot more to grow yet, which is exciting, so he'll be a big key for us.
The big part about it is that, international ball just uses a three a lot, the shots, and so when for him, he's more that inside presence. They didn't do a lot of ball screening. So for him right now, facing up to the basket was pretty nil, and that's what we need him to do. He seems to always take the ball. If he does to the basket, he always has a certain spin move that he would use, but that was really near into the block area. So we're trying to get him to square up, take it strong to the hole if he's 10, 12 feet, but more importantly, that presence inside. He's got a nice hook shot, but he just sometimes it leaves too early. It's got too big of an arc. Other guards of mine would just die hearing me say that, because I'm trying to put a little extra arc on their shot. But he's learning the ropes, but it's mostly defensively. Ball screens, being able to help on guards, and knowing he has help behind him, and that's where his problem has been. And I shouldn't call it a problem, because he's actually done it pretty well. But it's helping and then recovering, and not recovering too early, and having the trust in his teammate that they're going to be there for him.
How was Ben Ammar's transition from Tunisia to the United States?
I kind of adapted when I moved to California a little bit, but it's definitely different. Definitely different. Yeah, the way we interact with people is different, but it's culture. That's true. We're more relaxed back home. We're more laid back, but I like it that you have to do this at this time and this at that time. So you have a precise schedule. That's pretty important, especially when you play basketball at a good level. It's been treating me good so far, except the cold. I'm not used to that, but besides that, it's a blessing to be here, man. I can't ask for something better than that.